Greetings to all my wisdom seekers. If you found yourself at this video, you've made a very wise choice. Let's treat this like a thought experiment, okay? So the observation is this. I saw a rock sticking out of the ground, and I noticed it was like, now I'm a big fan of nature documentaries. I've watched a ton of National Geographic growing up. I know a lot about anatomy and biology. And there's also some speculation involved. I mean, obviously, everything has some speculation involved in it if you think about it. But it's fair to say that from what I've collected and what we're going to observe and what I'm going to show you is that we need to rethink everything about geology, alright? Because there's a new science that I don't know how we're going to figure it out, or we'll get to that part, but of how to turn biological tissue to stone, okay? Which I think can explain, oh man, a shitload of ancient architecture, building methods, and I think they knew this. Now, it's easy to demonstrate because of how many samples I've gathered over an area of a few square miles, we'll say. If you sort them all by color and shape and size, then you inevitably end up with a picture that these were all of the same animal, because they're so strikingly similar that if it's not biological creatures, then it's, I don't know, elves underneath a mountain with a press and certain dyes to make certain shapes of rocks. That's what it looks like. They were all made in a similar fashion. Now, I also understand what the theory is, and that it was caused by the pressure and the heat pushing down. I mean, yeah, that's great, but I am telling you the end result would not look like what we have. That is not at all. I mean, the reason it's in place and we use it is because it was the best fucking explanation we had at the time. Mind you, this is in the 1800s. Now, I have a construction background. I was an apprentice plumber for a couple of years. I've framed and finished houses from start to finish, wired them start to finish. Painted. I've done siding, roofing. I've done just about anything. I have my builder's license. Well, actually, it's expired, but I had it. And I can't overstate this enough. Is after the initial ridicule, my motivation was to disprove myself. Okay, I was like, no, this is crazy. If I keep searching, I'll be able to show that those are just a couple of anomalies. You know, not the standard, but and in doing so, all I kept doing was reassuring my initial assessment, which is that their eyes, man, I don't know how to explain it. So my best theory is that Boston, Massachusetts was at one point a giant pterosaur colony, okay? And being the smart whippersnappers that they were, they weren't just throwing their scraps where they were sleeping. They would pile them up. They would also decapitate their prey. Why? The heads had horns, the heads had poison glands in them, they had osteoderms, which are like bones. So imagine trying to, on your digestive system, why throw that shit in there if you just go, bite the head off, throw it in a pile. Right? I mean, and we know that they were decapitating their prey. From today's wildlife, we have a shoe-billed pelican to this day still decapitates his prey, but there's no reason. He eats little lizards that don't have any harmful things on their heads, but yet it's an echo of a former trait, which you can find a lot in nature if you study it enough. I'd like to use this platform to address some of the issues we have going on in society as well. You know, I'm a big fan of quantum of consciousness. Matt seems to have intimidation against me. I'm an example of how it worked to pigeonhole me into being a drug addict, into, losing all credibility. I've been to jail. I've done just about everything wrong you could think of except rape and murder anybody. Other than that, I've pretty much done everything. I've been everywhere with the electric chair. I've played cards with straight murderers and gangsters, and played whist and poker with them, and rubbed elbows with them. Not by choice, but I was placed in certain situations where I did what I had to do to maintain a civil discourse and just keep it moving. About 6 months before the pandemic hit, I started meditating. Now, it's not like I had never meditated before. I've been in and out of the recovery program since I was 18, and I'm almost 40. So, but this is when I started doing I became a daily meditator when I realized that everything we've been taught's just an illusion and a lie. The illusion of separation from me was the big one. Once I realized that we are literally all just from the same base material or consciousness, whatever you want to call it, that's when my fear and intimidation dropped. Is because I realized, how am I scared of this guy when he's me? That's fucking me. Fuck this guy. I'm not scared of him. I know what he does because I'm that guy. So. Alright, so now what I was hoping I could do was, I'm gonna watch the video as it goes through and describe what's going on as it's happening, okay? So please watch to the end. If you found this compelling or interesting, or you think you could help in any way, please don't hesitate. That's the reason why I'm bringing this to the front, is because I need help. There's way too much work to be done. I don't even have an income right now. I lost my job with the pandemic, and once I saw this, I never looked back. But something inside me, my gut feeling was to stick with it. And I can demonstrate quite clearly now, probably 10 minutes live. You know what I mean? That's another thing, is that the samples need to be wet. If you look up what paleontologists do to study fossils, is they put them underwater, because water has optical properties, so it enhances the features of it. Plug the holes. I'm about plugging the holes, and I have a lot of ideas about how to do that. I have zero resources to accomplish that. Maybe hopefully this video can be the catalyst to some sort of, I don't know, I want to build a community, a self-sustainable community, off the grid, with its own power source. I got plenty of ideas about that, but we'll get into that at another time. But right now, let's focus on the matter at hand.